Good morning. Oh, I thought I was going to eat this banana, but I can't. I'm going to go down. Okay. So sorry, guys. Oh, I was talking to the tortoises. It's what, 3-something in the morning? Peanut Butter's like, hi. Peanut Butter's like, let me go. Let me sleep. Cats went outside. Just woke the tortoises up. Oh, all right. Yesterday, I managed, two? To get through 2. Zippity-zoo. I don't even know. I'd like to get through them quicker, but no need to rush. Oh, let me shut off Peanut Butter's light. This thing is like the best little thing, guys, on Amazon. $10. Yellow light, red light. I haven't charged it. Lonnie got it for coloring. I haven't charged it in like 5 days. I'm like, all right. I like that. And it's got yellow. Like a little nightlight too. Clips to anything. It's great. Anyhow, good morning. How come you're awake? Can't sleep? You like me right now? I think I've been up since like almost 3. All right, so it's almost 4. I knew I had to get my ass out of bed. I'm like, all right, going on a half hour now. 1 hour. Gotta get up. All right. So yesterday we got to get on the move now. Something me. What's that, Madonna? We did. Oh, Pisces and Aquarius. Let's do Cappies. I'm so sorry I didn't time stamp those for you. So what we're doing is 333. Those who have been on the channel before, if you're new, I'm Courtney. Welcome. I was doing this 333 where it was like last 3 months, last 3 weeks, some last 3 years, depending on if you've been in the same situation. Current day, give or take 3 days, so it could really add up to 9. And then within the next 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. But this one came out differently in the sense of 3, 3, and 3. So and I woke up again, Chasey Chapman. Be someone. But I think that one was fast car. And the other one that's been coming through is We Are Young. So let's get into Capricorn. 3rd through the 15th. And I did notice this has a lot to do with Saturn direct as well. It's quite a few planets that are. We have, I think Pluto is trine or square. Something at an exact degree. There's quite a few things going on up in the galaxy right now. Up in the skies. So, Capricorn or your 10th house. Okay. 3, 2, 1. It was like blast off. Capricorn next couple weeks. Sorry guys, you can see the camera and peanut butter's line. Ace of Cups. So this is your decisions that you've made, the reflections, what shaped the current events, okay? Your current situation. I am hearing purple, but I got pulled to this particular purple. Almost looks but she looks like with her chest popped out, like she's struggling here. I don't know what's up with that. Eight of Swords. I'm almost positive I never used this deck. Emotions, which is Cups. Voices, Hearts and Hands. Materials, gotta be Pentacles. Inspirations, Wands, yeah. But Hearts and Hands to all. It's like at the end of Dirty Dancing. Interesting. Don't mind my filthy nails. I was in the garden again yesterday. Maybe a little jealousy. Only because I brought my nails into it, but I went and saw Jade and Alana yesterday, and Jade's nails look nice and done. Done nice, and she was like, oh my god, it's been like 3 weeks, it looks awful, yada yada. But I'm like, I haven't had mine for months because I thought I was going to have the surgery, and Bruce went away to Vietnam. I'm going to have my surgery is not until January 22nd, so something about beauty here for you, which is not really. Well, that was wrong. I was going to say, which really isn't a Capricorn thing, but that's kind of wrong for me to say because that's not true. Didn't we start this read off the same way yesterday where I was like, that's a lie? I just felt like Maury. I mean, Springer. I don't know. I'm almost positive we started the read off the same way yesterday. That's just Ace of Emotions. My devotion endlessly. Yeah, good girl, you know it. Ace of Materials. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Voices. I don't know why you feel trapped in this energy, though. You wouldn't think that you would with the Four of Inspiration, Four of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So juggling something. It's almost like that seance energy we were talking about. If you guys are new, tornado warnings, hang in there. The sun with Italy and you. I was talking about Italy the other day with mudslides and flooding, and someone sent me a picture of what I think happened in, I was going to say Venezuela, but it was Balenciaga. No, Balenciaga. I can't think, but I don't know. Something about you in Italy. Or France, I just heard too. All right, so let's get back to this. Hey, just hang in there, be safe. Don't go near windows, you know, the obvious, but I'm getting like somebody, you know, like they want to record a storm. Be very careful. So this is a recent decision that you did make or you're about to make. And this is you, in the sense, reflecting on something that went down, an event, a decision you did make, didn't make. But this is kind of what happened from maybe not make. This almost looks like maybe you didn't make the decision. I love that it's like two aces, but at the same time, I want to say you're confused as fuck, but you're not. Again, you have powerful women around you. That was in one of my reads. This doesn't look like a seance line. And I know for those who are new, welcome. I know it sounds so strange to me. It's like not a seance either. And I didn't even call in who I was thinking I was supposed to see. So I didn't even start this off right. And I don't even like the word seance. Like, it just reminds me of something like dark and creepy in the Ouija board. But in all reality, the Ouija board is not even creepy. It's almost like working with cards. You're pulling in the same energy, just a different way. It's the societal views and religion that got us to where we're at today. And a seance could be, you know, calling in loved ones. It's almost kind of like a ritual too. I'm hearing celebration of life. And I think they're having me do it so people stop looking at a seance as a bad thing. Because if somebody like, oh, you want to come to my house and do a seance? I'd be like, oh, fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. No, thank you. So I'm getting a vibe like easy as going to church. Easy like Sunday morning. Like, in all reality, if we're channeling, it's kind of the same as a seance. You're channeling. You're calling somebody and you're talking to the dead. Right? So, do I talk to the dead? Sometimes. Majority of the time I channel just my higher self, the wisdom, gifts, events, personal experiences. So this is like taking something and not knowing what to do to it. And it's kind of like you're projecting but hiding. Because she's opening her eyes. It looks like it from here. Or maybe not. Maybe it is a blindfold and it's just the design. But it's like wanting something solid, or somebody else is projecting this. I do feel like there can be an older group of women here, or you're an older woman, but I do feel like there's a teenager here or young 20s. Getting pulled to college again. That hasn't come out in a few weeks. What's the current situation for Cappy? If this could also be, if it has, like I just got pulled to work. 10 of Wands. Those goats, cows. I forgot. This something with this group. I forgot this deck was almost positive about inspiring, self-motivating. So it's like, yeah, a lot going on, but it's like, come on. You know, you can do this. You're carrying a lot of weight, but it's not like you can't do what it is you want to do. You're doing it. Or you're pondering, you're putzing. 9 of Swords. Sorry. 9 of Wands. That 9 of Wands is beautiful. You're about to step into something. I wanted to read that as the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this looks like the Nine of Pentacles. I almost said Ten of Spades, but it's the Ten of Wands. It's the Nine of Swords. Man, you got two nines. So again, it's like the wounded warrior, but to me, you're getting back up and fighting. Seven of Cups, Temperance. Wow. So currently this is some heavy energies. You could be working with multiple energies too. Multiple cultures, multiple ideas, multiple thoughts. Some you might want to be, something about a haircut or doing something. You're my cheerleader. I don't forget who sings that. I love the goldfish right there. I would take your time with something here currently because it's heavy. You have choices. I'm hearing you have to adapt. I don't know if something keeps telling you you should be doing something, choosing something, working on something, or this is how it's going to go down. Typically, I work with karma. I'm a healer, channeler, work with a lot of the seas. But, and I just heard the Seven Sisters underwater. So there's something here. I don't know what the point of all of that was. It's got to be, in regards to, I touch upon the past a lot because we need to move forward. We can't stay stuck in the past. I forget exactly what I was going to say, though. Chim Chim Chiru. Was that Mary Poppins? Man, guys, this is a lot of energy for Cappy. This seems like I love devotion endlessly. You're a good girl, you know it. Got nothing on me. Just hold on, I'm coming home. Alright, that's the part I was missing. I mean, you're about to stand the fuck back up. I mean, look at that Nine of Wands, guys. Holy shit. You're about to step out of whatever these vibrations are, these rhythms. We had a lot of symbols yesterday too, but you see like all the lines here, which is representing like swords, but this one's above you. Oh, is there another girl there? There is. Like, who was I before? You could have had a dream, like, maybe this is your authenticity now, something about maybe your origin, but then before you were Caucasian, guys, I don't fucking, like, and I actually mentioned that yesterday. So somebody could literally be having a dream and being like, it doesn't make any sense. Is that me? I'm Asian, or, But I mean, obviously you can be Caucasian, have Asian descent, or, it's like when people argue, like, Jesus wasn't black and blah, 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 like, or Jesus was, so there's something going on here. I wouldn't say religious. I'm hearing religiously. No, whatever this is, you're about to step out of it, though. That's all I know. Like, this wounded warrior is not going to hold you back. You carrying this extra weight, not going to hold you back. Is there a little anxiousness? Maybe. Is there anxiety? Are you overthinking here with the Seven of Cups? Try to find some type of grounding. Lyrical. I'm hearing lyrical. There's the Seven of Cups. Because I don't know if this is... Oh, I just heard doubting. That came out a lot yesterday. And remember, like, this is current. I don't know if you feel silly. The Lovers. This Lovers wants to keep coming out. But it's like almost like meeting up for the first time. You got hearts in, hands in something. At the end of Dirty Dancing, that came through yesterday too. But you got feet here and hands there. And then you got the lotuses. Angel wings up there, but it's like kind of like coming together here. You can't get stuck in this. It's almost like you got to keep going. I wouldn't say there's a possibility of trauma bonding here because I'm not seeing, this is more about uplifting yourself. So if you're a masculine, just put yourself, you're probably in feminine energy, or you need to be in feminine energy. If you're dating, I just heard be careful out there. And that was in regards to gender. And it's not like I was trying to make a joke as in like racism, but like there's masculine, there's feminine energy. So, you know, you could think you're dating somebody for like a good month and you think, oh, this is the time we're going to do it. And then somebody's got someone to tell you, you know, I don't see that here, but I feel it. Or this is like you're really bisexual and you don't want to tell somebody. So you've been with somebody for 7 years and then all of a sudden like, oh, I'm attracted to women. It's, you know, can we have both in our life? Maybe they'll be okay with it. Maybe they're not. Others will not. And I want to say a couple days ago, I told you guys a story about that, how there was I think a couple, oh no, it was the opposite sex. It was man and woman like leaving the husband and the wife to be with another same-sex partnership here. So there's got to be something going on there. Like it needs its own little reading if this is the second time it's come out. And that's got to be incredibly difficult. I can't even imagine being in that situation. And just hold on, I'm coming home. I don't see you waiting though. Let's hint at what's around the corner. Page of Emotions. So you have 999, Nine of Pentacles, which I thought that looked like the Nine of Pentacles because I was like, you got to be kidding me. It's like gorgeous, but it's the Wounded Warrior and she's an orange. And I love the they're saying synergy with the dots like the air, but this is Pentacles. And the black and white swirls right there too. Something with black and white. And I did dream about that black and white cat. And somebody mentioned something about black and white the other day. And then something else came in the other day with black and white. Oh, I think it was the horses on the chariot. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Tell me about the Page of Emotions. So this is to me, it's kind of being happy. But I'm getting like bipolar, but it's not bipolar. This could be you talking to your higher self and people like, what? But you're like dilly-dallying, like smelling the flowers. Like my mom was always the mom, like, come on, Courtney. Like she probably hated taking me on walks. You know, she literally had that like a bungee cord on me. Like one of the things, like a harness. And I had bells on my shoes because I would constantly disappear. But on walks, I would take my time. Like, and if she brings it up to me, it has to be like a ridiculous amount of time, you know. We know as parents, you know, there's one thing to putz around and smell the roses and letting your kid enjoy it. But I was that kid where it's like, okay, wow, look up there, look at the purple flower, in order to get me to go, you know. So, Page of Emotions. Oh yeah, the Moose of Emotions. I thought it was the Princess. So something could be inspiring. You could be inspiring somebody else. You're being inspired. There could be women around you that are inspiring you right now. And then you have the Emperor, which is a feminine, on top of all those music notes. She almost reminds me, I don't know. Tell me about this Emperor. So you could be your own boss, your own leader. You might want to be an entrepreneur. I just realized she has tentacles. Three of Wands has to do with your future. I love the dominoes there. Again, here we go, black and white. Water would be great. I thought the back was turned here, but now that I'm looking at it more, it's almost like that this energy is looking at me. Almost look like Jesus. I don't know if that's a girl or a guy. I don't know why that matters, so it must be gender. But that looks like a guy with the head down. Almost looks like I don't know, to me I'm getting like somebody in the orchestra. I don't know why. But there's definitely some past, I was going to say old school. There's definitely something in this card, which is probably why I got pulled back to it. And again, it's the Lovers. So meeting up, but one skin looks darker than the other skin. So I don't know if there's a cultural difference here. But like, who cares? But other people might care. Cappy, I don't see health here. I don't see work. This really is in regards to like your relations. I'm hearing Jupiter. So something's coming towards you. And Jupiter loves to expand, so you might want to watch the waistline too. I feel like I don't know where Jupiter is right now, but sometimes you can just, and when you go on vacation, you come back 8 pounds heavier and you're only gone for a couple weeks. I feel like somebody, and it's, to me, it's not retaining water. It's you're either packing on weight or you're losing weight rapidly. I mean, and I heard, wouldn't that be nice, like for those who gain weight, to lose 8 pounds in 2 weeks. But it could even be through, like, I don't see illness here. Those look like doctors. I mean, swordfish or wings. But I was going to say dolphins, but it looks like eels. And eels can shock the water. Something here with water. I mean, you started off with water. There's something with emotion here, ending with kind of water. But this is what lies ahead, and it's beautiful, and it has to do with your future, and you're going to be happy and independent and your own person and confident. And so I don't know if you're, again, talking to your higher self here and you're just kind of, let's go, or there's something about deities or ancestors. There's something about these 4 women. It could be, I'm actually hearing galactically, but it could be, I'm hearing pagan. Paganism. Pagan. Getting poets of pigs, though. Not like pigs rolling in shit. Maybe it was a sacrifice, but I don't think they maybe wild boars, but they didn't. Oh, man. It's more like lambs and your ancestors have sacrificed something, or this is like, they were waiting for you until you were ready. it's like passing the baton. I've been getting that same vibe for over a week now. It's like a rites of passage. It's like inheriting it, whether you want to or not. It's like genetics, right? Good chance, you might get cancer, you might not. Both sides of my maternal and fraternal sides both had breast cancer. It's something like that. Although it doesn't have to be like a one that's going to kill you, but I mean, I don't know, you might have genetic testing going on here. You might be testing your own child because you're like, what's happening, and you want to test their genes to see if the chromosomes, what's up with their chromosomes. Maybe out of your own curiosity, you could be swabbing yourself and putting it into the database. The Lost Family, I forget what website that is. It's these group of women. And I keep hearing it's like me working with the underground, the water, Persephone. That type of energy. Hades, Greek mythology. And I could have sworn we were going to be working with like Nefertiti and Cleo, like pharaohs, and it brought me right to Persephone and Hades with going into autumn, where she lives 3 to 4 months with Hades underground. So it's not quite. Did I mention something about the Little Mermaid in the beginning of this reading? Mermaids, but it's not the mermaids like Disney shows. I think that was yesterday in yesterday's reading. So there's still the same type of channeling for somebody out here. It could just be where your Pisces, Aquarius, and Cappy lies. You could have a trine, a grand trine somewhere, I'm not sure. There's definitely something with Pluto, Jupiter. Who's that astrologer that I have on my Facebook? And she's always something Mills, or I'm always pasting her stuff. She's great. Like not always, but she always reminds me of like that chocolate de leche, or I don't know if she's French or if she's from the UK, but once in a while I post, not a lot. I want to keep saying a lot, but I do post her transits when I come across them. Lady Duchess, yeah. Okay, so community. So we have, as of today, Mercury ingress Sagittarius, Mercury trine Mars. Okay, yeah. Mercury sextile Pluto. That's a lot. Mars and Pluto. It's all Mercury, but careful in the cars and the streets. It's heavy energy. And the 3rd, which was what, yesterday? The 4th, I don't even fucking know anymore. Oh, I'm on my phone, dear Lord. Mars goes into Leo. Mars position. I know that word. I want to say opposite, though, Pluto, but it's opposing, like. And then Mars opposition Jupiter. Look how pretty that little angel is, and then you got that big one. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I've been dealing with a lot of Uranus lately. I don't know if that's supposed to be a starship, but it reminds me of not the underneath of like a shark, but a stingray, which pulls me to Steve Irwin, so be careful in the waters. I never listen to her readings, but I love how, I mean, I probably should, but I don't. But I love that she shares this stuff with us. So every once in a while, I'll snag one of hers, screenshot it, and post it. So Mars and Pluto together is wild. Again, careful with this car situation that's been coming in for a while now. People were driving like idiots yesterday. My dad almost got hit a couple days ago. Somebody going up the wrong side of the highway, like just going, like as if like it was a freaking game. You know, on Atari, you know, it spits up all those things. You go on like this. That's what that actually reminds me of. So beware of your own sanity here. That's why I think I mentioned try to ground a situation here. But let's get back to this because it does look beautiful. Again, though, I'm not seeing anything related to work. It can be when it comes to inspiring an entrepreneur and having this energy and be able to control your masculine energy, because here you're doing a beautiful job with it, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. And you like it. You're inspiring other people. People are inspiring you. You're going through a lot because currently, like, this is the wounded warrior. You are about to stand up. You are about to step into something. Again, I keep getting the orchestra. Oh, because that guy. You could just like ballet, orchestra. I've been to a few with certain stuff, but never like a symphony. I mean, yeah, I think when I was younger, opera. I love opera, and I've never gone, but I just know it's like in my soul. It's like jazz. There's just certain things that are in my soul, and opera is one of them. I think I would cry through the entire thing, but it's also because I'm very in tune with emotions. It wouldn't even have to be. It can be in any language, and I would just relate. What a beautiful, inspiring career choice. The depth, which is pulling me. I just heard Tarzan, but not Tarzan. It's pulling me to Celine Dion. There might be a dream or something that freaks you out, though. Just kind of let whatever this is currently flow. You need to stay in tuned here. You got a very mature energy here. And I don't even see this as anxiety. You might have a little anxiety, but I'm looking at this as this is where I think I was getting the doubt yesterday, right? So again, you know, you can just go come on and watch Cap because it's your sign, but Cafe Astrology, it's free birth chart, guys. It's for you not to utilize that is just silly. I mean, I have it printed out with numerology and a couple things, and I've been telling myself over a month now to break it out because we are walking our destiny. We are walking our South Node right now. And there's still going to be some difficult transitions with Saturn going direct, but it's not anything that's going to hold you back that I see right now, but it's almost, I want to say it's a pause. A pause has been coming through, but it doesn't even feel like a pause. It's like they're just waiting on you. And again, this group of women, it's also the Four of Wands, talks about your stability. But there was something also holding you up. And I can't see the eyes here. They're shut, they're shut, they're shut, they're shut. All these women, their eyes are probably shut, although that one woman looks like her eyes are open. But in all of those 5 cards, and this one has 4 women, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hers might be open, and it's like no one's looking here except for these 2. Nope, hers are shut too. And it's like weaving the web. It's like the witch again. So you could have a Capricorn moon, or your Capricorns in Pluto or Mars, which are masculine energy. Their heart, you know, and you. So isn't the Emperor there, which is Mars. I don't really see Pluto out here. You don't have a major arcana Scorpio, but you got a lot of water out here. And 2 opportunities. But I think these opportunities for some of you, again, haven't come in. I typically read by what's already happened, and I did explain this in the beginning of the reading. But yesterday, this felt the same too. Like if it's coming, it's brand new. And it's like, huh? Or it's like, it's coming. Some of you 8 days. What is this decision you made, or the reflection or an event that shaped the current situation? Best advice, because all this energy is still meshing together. It's boom, boom, boom. It's not like, all right, I'm going to ignore this, move on to this. And I'm telling you, you have women here that are, self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So again, there's a huge spiritual turn out there. And a lot of you guys, and I've been saying this for a while, are transmitters. And I'm not just saying it to make you feel like you're special or, but I'm hearing you are. Maybe you think that's not enough, or you don't make a difference, or, but all it takes is that one person. Like, think of all the amazing leaders. It just took that little bit of courage to shape the world. And that came out yesterday with confidence. And even I was like, oh, that's uncomfortable. Because I'm a very confident woman, and I feel like I'm going to be put in a very compromising situation for some reason that makes me feel like chicken tonight. But you end up in this like beauty, and like it's like pouring your heart out, like reaching the highest pitch. It's whatever you're going through. You have like a whole team of backup singers. Laura. I'm hearing Laura. Stephanie. So don't take that for granted, but that doesn't even sound right. I don't think anybody here is taking it for granted. So do be careful that nobody takes you for granted. Because it looks like you're going through a shift, or the shift is here, it's coming. And it could just be, again, reflection, an event. Because this is a decision you made or didn't made, and you're reflecting on it with kind of, you got Mercury in all different placements right now. In regards to the current situation here. So I can kind of see this is still kind of pondering, but it's like, huh? Like almost like you can't make sense of it, or you don't want to think. It's very hard. I can't figure out where you're at with that 8 of Swords. And it doesn't look awful. It just looks like not a blind eye. Oh, blind spot. Wasn't that card coming out with blind spot a lot? I forget what deck that was. I keep hearing you're a good girl and you know it. You're gonna be fine. I'm almost getting Gazelle, not the animals. Giselle, Tom. Somebody was making a big deal over it, but it's the model thing. She was pregnant or something. I'm getting not Sherwood. The witch. I'm getting She was popular when I was growing up. Christy Brinkley? I think that's who it is. I want to say her daughter is a fucking spitting image of her. You know how the celebrities have spitting images of children? It's pretty cool. And I think Alani doesn't really look anything like me, and I don't think Jade and Alani look together. But then when they're side by side, they're like, oh, you guys look like almost identical. And it's like, what? Are you guys blind? Am I not seeing it? So you're not seeing something. So there's a blind spot. Any of you guys remember what deck I was using with blind spot? I think it was the Halloween deck, right? Success. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. Great. The book is in here. You're right. blind spot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about all these cats, too. All right, so it's not blind spot, so I need to find it. You know what I just did? I licked my fingers and went like that. You know how you do that with magazines or something? I almost did that the other day in the doctor's office, but Lonnie was like, I can't believe you even picked that magazine up. I'm like, well, it's next week's magazine. It was like People or something. And it was just the OBGYN, so. But I didn't lick my fingers, but I almost did, and I hate that. It's not a pet peeve, but it's just, ugh. But we also need germs, right? I think we're like taking away our germs too. I'm hearing chromosomes again. All right, skull of darkness. We also have the skull of lightness, light and flowers. So again, you might want to watch the one with the witch if anybody can tell anybody, because the witch energy is here too, which was the first collective read I did for Halloween. I just feel like I have some newcomers here. Blind spots. We may not wish to devolve there. The shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet, when we search, we reveal, in our powers it has grown. You're at a stage of life where there is certain blind spots that may cause grief or trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is a repeated pattern of pain, and it's here to alert us, symptoms, if you will. For example, the same thing keeps happening over and over again. We may be betraying repetitively, fail at something repetitively, not complete tasks continually. So I said that. Peace in patterns, breaking, can be achieved by doing the work and uncovering your blind spots, and even consulting a trusted close friend or a professional to assist you to what you cannot see. And that did come out in the first read. But this also tells me I feel like there is somebody there, right? And it's like you can't see it, but other people can. Like, again, another prime example, me. I've been using me as examples lately. Starting this channel, doing this, the other channels, in 2 years, and creating them all within like 2 or 3 years. And I knew it wasn't me not following through, but I felt like I wasn't following through. But 2 years later, lo and behold, now I know how to work with them all and incorporate all of them. And I didn't see it at the time, but there was times I felt like I was holding myself back and I was hard on myself when I didn't need to be. But during that time period, it was also very frustrating because I didn't know what to think. And it literally took 2 years to now know why I started all those channels, So you might want to find out where your Sag is and your North Node, even if you look at your South Node too, because destiny is here, frequencies are changing, Akashic records, we're working, we're upgrading, new frequencies. So I can't stress enough, and I did mention birth chart the other day, the cafe astrology, but no, something else about a birth chart. Where people are kind of like iffy with the new birth charts because there's certain age range that will shift. But if you're in that 1 to 2 years, take both of them, work with both of them. You have even more advice than we do. Look at that as a gain. And I think it's smart for them to change how people are looking at the birth charts, because energy has shifted. The planets have, rumbled. I think that's a smart move. Do I think the government's doing it to trick and confuse people? No. These are astrologers, and they've been trying to do this for a while, for a long time now, actually. Where's my pendulum? You know me, I like holding a crystal. The other one feels too bulky lately. Sorry, guys, I had to pee. Probably should have told you. I did just get pulled to the feminine deck, though, in birth control. So be careful. I don't see the Empress out here, but be careful in the sense if you don't want to get pregnant. This doesn't look like childhood. I guess it would make sense with all this feminine energy. Now, obviously, if you're a masculine and I'm telling you, read it as feminine, vice versa. Because this is like a lot of feminine energy, and then you have the Emperor here as if like masculine energy. We're capable of taking the lead. Good morning, peanut butter. But I got pulled to like the period or the I have a hysterectomy. But Lonnie's like, oh, they're gonna do the rod in a month. I forgot, like it's been like 3 years, and Jade just had her rod removed and switched, and Mia just had a rod put in briefly, and I'm like, out of all 3 girls, they all did it around the same time, which I'm kind of like, huh? What are the odds of that? And I have a 26-year-old, 22, and 20, and my son is 17. 444, I just got a notification. Oh, it's the 3rd. All right, I know you're waiting for Mama. So success, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So it's kind of like sharing this energy. And I don't think you're quite there yet. Or maybe you do share your energy, you don't realize it. What did I do with it? What did I do? Oh, right here, Butter. Come here. Come here, Baba. Come here, Baba. Peanut butter. Come on. Eldorado. Eldorado. Let's go. It's funny, I was trying to think of a name for Peanut Butter for his enclosure, his cage. I don't like calling it a cage. He's only in there at night and when I leave sometimes. Why does it sound like that went up? So sometimes he hesitates because he thinks I'm going to close it, but I wanted his name. I don't want to be like, get in your cage, you know. And then I was watching not a video, but on YouTube, we were talking about El Dorado. And I made a joke, like I should just call his house El Dorado. But I've been sticking to it because it's almost like a different tone in the way my, it rolls off my tongue. So it catches his attention. If anybody's wondering. So I think it's this. And it's like a very young woman or a young woman, but you have like an older woman here. Let's just see what Spirit wants to say here. This is definitely a read for feminine energy, and Capricorn's actually a masculine energy. Bleeding ritual. Mexican sunflower. I still partying over there. A lot of them waking up with headaches today. But I was thinking about blood. Bleeding ritual. I am worthy of a sacred celebration. A means of acknowledgement of potency of the sacred body. Bleeding rituals mark the space around the time of menstruation. These intentional acts help ground and channel our life force energy stored within the blood of our womb. These practices ranges from wearing red clothes to decorative ornaments to sipping on some special tea with herbs to soothe the body during menstruous journey period. Perhaps you feel called to collect your own menstrual blood, to create art, and make an offering back to the earth. What? The underlying factor is the intention. This sets a tone for each holy moment. Here you are encouraged to seek your own sacred way of working with the vital force which flows within you. If you experience a menstrual cycle, incorporating your own blood rituals hold immense power at this time. But even if you do not, you are being called to craft a practice that helps to signify a passage of time and how your energy waxes and wanes. The intentionality behind the action where the magic lies. What type of ritual would I like to try as I honor my body and empower myself? Jesus. Here we go again with rituals and that motherhood, and I don't think I would ever be smearing my menstrual blood on the ground, but maybe a drop here and there if I'm bleeding. Here, have it. So that's I know people do rituals and celebrate, yeah, but okay, I'm gonna leave my opinion out of this. It's beautiful though. It's absolutely beautiful. But again, like, I don't bleed anymore. And when I was sitting down on the toilet peeing real quick, I was just like, that's what came to me. I'm like, can't believe they all got their rods around the same time. Or Jade had hers taken out, and I think she did the shot, and I was like, oh, I got pregnant on the shot. So, but I knew I had to do it bleeding. And again, it's like your own ritual. I wouldn't be fucking with blood magic, but again, like, I shouldn't be giving you messages like that. It's not my business. If you're doing it in the most delightful way, in the most mysterious way, in the most beautiful way, then absolutely, it's how you interpret what this is for you. Here we go, these symbols again. So it could be menopause if you're older. It could be childbirth. Like, my uterus is gone. So, like, even when I was reading that, I was like, oh, it was kind of like bittersweet. I saw my ovaries, but I don't think your hormones are all over the place here. Could be, but if they are, it would be temporarily. But go be this person. Go love what it is you like to do. I wouldn't ponder too much longer. And again, success. I know there's no greater goal than to love. So love who you are, love other people. I don't know what's up with these rituals, but mine being called a seance. Again, I think it's just going against societal viewpoints. Because most people would prefer, I said, a ritual. I guarantee it. So you have abundance. I am a limited being, and I can manifest whatever it is I desire to physical reality. And then you have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. To me, you're already getting help with that. And again, I think it has a lot to do with your ancestors here. What a beautiful reading, Cappy. This is all about you. And you got grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. That's ironic because I don't see a loss here. But again, this is what lies ahead. So tell me about this loss. Tell me about this grief. Some of you probably already happened and just things you're thinking of in regards to your past with Mercury. 8 of Cups. Usually I like to read cups as 8 of Cups is going towards something, but you also have the Devil here. So, and the Page of Voices as if she looks very, what's that movie the kids loved? And the nanny looked like that. I actually really liked that movie. Let me take a picture of that. It was a little boy and a girl. Oh, I think it was Dr. Seuss, to be honest with you. It's almost like in this card, the Symphony one. Right here, the Lovers. Just hold on, I'm coming home. What's this Devil? Again, it can be fear and you just walking away from something, but this looks like you got this. Don't let another energy get you down. Yeah, see the Fool. So you're walking towards something, and it could even be parallel. You could be helping people above. You can be helping people below. You can be, I don't think this is you being haunted. This is karma, but it's also 3 of Swords, like disappointment. What did I do last with Aquarius? But it was like brutal. This is kind of given like the same intentions. So just stay away from that. You are going to have to walk away from something, but it brings such success and independence, and I'm hearing emotional security. Can I have a card for Capricorn, please? It's been a long time since Capricorn has had a reading like this. Like, I'm still getting the whole entire birth chart, right? We have it's very rare not to have a zodiac. It's all the planets are out, guys, right? So, like my mom, she doesn't have Pisces, but in her chart anywhere, but she does in regards to, I'm hearing major arcana instead of naming them, which is awfully odd. That's interesting. But it's not like one planet disappears when you come out of a vagina, Best advice for Capricorn. So this looks like success, and for some of you, love or leaving something behind to pursue something you think you might love. Confidence, And this Nine of Pentacles came out as the third day, and I could not peg the Nine of Pentacles for the life of me in one of the readings because it just didn't make sense. And then it didn't make sense to the next day. So this might, something that comes in or is currently happening, it's been happening, but this is the current energy. It's like, huh? Again, like it might not just make sense. And here we go, confidence. And we did talk, so it is something with the feminine here. And I want to say you might want to go watch Aquarius because that ended up being part of the reading. And even me as a reader got a little uncomfortable. I'm like, oh God, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Confidence. The queen bee shows up when you're ready to remind yourself of this stigma the stamina. The queen bee shows up when you're in your reading to remind you of your stamina and the vital role you play in somebody else's life. You are completely and utterly unique in your confidence and self-esteem, what makes you so influential. You have been chosen for your past. You have been chosen for your part because you have all it takes to lead in a certain way. Your self-confidence grows as you look for your answers through knowledge and experience, the sacrifice of short-term gratification in order to achieve long-term goals. One of the biggest rewards. Fear of the failure or even your success can counterproductive. Is counterproductive. You know, I need the light. You know that no double. You know that to double your accomplishments, you need to double the number of mistakes. Great. So don't be afraid of making a misstep. Use this card for self-confidence. Envision the power of the queen bee carrying her own needs to others. See yourself rising up strong and determined. I am me. I am enough. I definitely need to put my glasses on before the readings. Oh, I have my glasses on, my contacts. Everything is so small and I lose track of where I am in that book. Or it's just I'm getting to that point again with oracles. But sometimes it's like butter. And other times it's not, it like holds me up. I don't know. I feel like there's a message there. But let's go on to the 9th house. Let's go to Sagittarius. I do have to go pick up something though in the bathroom that I completely forgot about. The comet fell last night and I don't want peanut butter walking around in comet. I completely forgot to take care of it. Just hold on. Where's Sag right now? I feel like Sag is... Sag is playing a part here. This isn't mine. I have one deck with that fireman. This is the knit though, but it always pulls me to 9/11 or like a memorial. So you could be missing something, missing someone. I hope it has nothing to do with the messages I've been delivering. Let me just go pick up that comment. So again, danger. But this deck is so dainty. So yeah. Just gonna pick up that comment. Next, no. That's it. No. easy to pick up a comment. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. So again, I don't think like this is a warning by any meaning. By any I don't know. Let's see what we got. What time is it? 1:13. Cappy started, so I gotta look for that. And then Sag, I'm just gonna do 1:14. And just hold on, I'm coming home. But this feels like in the sky, like when we go through a journey and you just want to go home, you know, and you can't explain what home is, if that makes sense. So are you joining us for this reading? Do not shit on my table. Do not shit on my table. Okay? Our table. Do not shit on it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe in 2 days your head has changed already. I know it. You're just so beautiful. Can I take a picture before you take off? Oh, such a pretty boy. Stay. Peanut butter, stay. You're so stinking cute. Look how quickly his face has changed when I just showed you guys the other day. Is that not crazy? Oh my gosh, Peanut. Sheldon, you can make it out. Come on. You're driving me fucking bananas. I know you can hear me because you just stopped. Hi, Moses. Are you kidding me right now? It's like he's stuck. He just fell. I mean, come on. Seriously? You can do it. You are not stuck. Is this real life right now? Do you guys see his head? Look at him coming out of his little house for the morning. Look at his head. Like he fell and he's stuck there. Like, come on. What's with the theatrics here? Come on. You can do it. It's not like you just, fell 10 feet, Moses. You're so dramatic. Is this real life right now? All right. Saggies, I think it's time to have some fun. Giggle over the little things, Because I'm just like at awe with how fast peanut butter. And then I was going to say Moses, but I just heard Sagittarius. You could be connecting to animals. I love Sag. I do. I love Sag energy. It's one of my favorites to work with. It's a force to be reckoned with, Intelligent, got a lot of knowledge, sensitivity. It's a good trait. Faithful. And a lot of people could say, I met a Sag, wasn't faithful. Well, it's where their Sag lies. It's not just their sun, guys. The sun, I will ask people like what their sun sign is, but for me, I'm more curious. I want to know what their moon and their rising is before like their sun, to be honest with you. Because that tells me more about that person. And instead of going to a compatibility chart, just find out what their north and south node are. And if, you guys, if you're not compatible that way, I wouldn't worry about the whole compatibility thing, guys. I mean, come on. So somebody might be looking into somebody's chart here. But me personally, I want to know your moon and your rising. I want to know how you work with your emotions. I want to know how you go about your day and day. I want to know things like that. I want to know what your rising is if you get angry, if you get sad. I want to know I personally don't want to know somebody's chart like that, but if you really want to work through something, like with me, it'd be my South Node. I have the same amount of Taurus, Gemini, and 5 placements of Scorpio, 4 placements of Taurus, and I'm cusping a lot of things, so I have to include that in my chart, which I love, and we talked about that earlier. And 4 placements of Gemini. You'd never fucking know it. Well, I mean, you would, but you wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the energy. If I'm trying to relate or somebody's not understanding me or I want to put effort into something, then I would say, like, maybe look into the chart. But to me, I don't need to look into somebody's chart. Like, if you tell me you're an Aquarius, you tell me you're a Scorpio, it's not, that doesn't really mean much to me, but I do tend to ask because a lot of people never guess that I'm a Cancer. Never. It's always a Leo, but I'm usually a cusper. They usually say Leo or Sag. I don't have much fire in my chart at all. Like my Taurus is in the house of Taurus. My Scorp is in the house of Scorp. Grand Trine in Scorpio. That's the energy that you want to work with, I guess, Sag, because this is part of your message, part of your channeled messages here. So if you want to do like a compatibility thing, I wouldn't. And peach, this is more orange, it's more peach and coral. You might look good in. You could be working with makeup and doing like a color pattern to see what blushes. Max, don't you sneak up like that. Max does this whole sneak up thing. Max, look at mama. Look at mama. Look at me. You are fucking adorable. So he does, look at all the cats right now and the animals though. He's under the glass. Oh, look at the dots there. It's probably just dust, guys, but like we just had that in the cards. And I didn't catch him there. But he wants to sneak up that way too. He doesn't hurt peanut butter, but I want peanut butter to still be a little bigger before they stop playing. I hope he doesn't, I hope Aquarius, he was all over the read. So, yeah, you could be looking into somebody's chart and seeing if you're compatible, but that compatibility chart, like, no. There's not too many people where you can guess. Like, a lot of people can guess it, and they're like, yeah, I nailed it, but I'm hearing, who cares? So I don't know what type of energy you're working with here or who you're dealing with. Because the energy completely switched up. And again, this isn't that deck, but I just thought about that deck. So could be danger, but this is a gentle deck. So, and all the animals just came out to play. So Sagittarius, November 3rd to the 15th, 2024, when it comes to whatever decisions, what you're reflecting on, something that shaped your current events. 9 of Cups. Justice. And where'd this come from? This is one of Mia's. Have a great day, Mom. I love you. Double hearts. So again, like, there is something here with somebody that you're like, huh? Is it right? Am I getting what I need? What did I just do? This feels like you're questioning something. It feels right. Looks right. We'll have to see. Ace of Cups with the 9 of Cups. Now we got 10 of Cups. With Justice, you have the 9 of Wands. And one more. I love this. I've never seen a Nine of Wands like this. This is great. It's like climbing to the top of the mountain. Like, I can do it. Nine of Wands is like the warrior, right? But I love the two wands as if like, bye, new direction. And now you have two nines again. No, not again. Cappy had two nines. Tell me about this Nine of Wands, please. The Emperor. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, there definitely was something karmic here. This is definitely romantic. Has to do with feelings, your everyday. Could be anxiety. Somebody here could have did the wrong thing. You're questioning, did I do the right thing? I do feel like, I don't know, somebody's watching you. Their star was peaking with Aquarius and Pisces and Cappies, and sad right now. The Emperor is kind of showing its face. What is this justice? So if this hasn't happened, it's about to, because it's current. You got hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. What is this Emperor energy? Passion, insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, burning desire, the phoenix, a new phase, a rekindle, a renewal, a growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. I'm telling you, you're going in a new direction here. I think a lot of you don't know what this is. It could be something you started, a path you decided to take, but I'm getting like, oh, I just heard surprise, but it doesn't feel like a surprise either. Where'd my water go? I know I brought it over. I want to drink more water. I'm getting nauseous. Again, careful for pregnancy. But if you want to have a baby, good timing. The Empress hasn't been popping out, but I said the same thing in Cappy's reading. You might sabotage things. Something makes you nervous. You're like, I'm out. I do like that you're working on something here, but it feels like you don't know what this is. That's what's confusing me. As your reader, they told me to finish the sentence. That's what's confusing me as you read it. This looks like lips and a nose all of a sudden. You know how you see those faces, and if you look, you can see the old woman? Well, I see a woman here with justice, and I just saw this going down, and then there's the scales. But at a distance, doesn't it look like a mouth and then a nose? Like, this face can be a nose, and this could be a mouth right here. I've never looked at the card like this. It's the first time I'm even seeing that. At a distance. What is this Ace of Hearts? I feel like something's being brought to you. A girl with a snake charm being used, boundaries. Addiction. One more for this girl with a snake. So somebody is trying to, or somebody did, camera, reminiscing, learning from the past. I don't know if somebody allowed somebody else to interfere. I don't feel like this energy is coming back. Back to Callie. But it's also pulling me to, I'll be back by November, December. I'll be back by November. January, February, March, April, May. White cloth, abundance, mindset, gratitude. So you're definitely getting over something huge here. You got the dragonfly at the bottom of the deck. Things coming to help you heal. So it's almost like, I just heard rebound. You could have been somebody's rebound and you didn't realize that you were a rebound, or you did. I want to say, or maybe you did and you didn't give a shit, but no, it doesn't look like this is something you would have been aware of. It was more like, I'm hearing horseplay. Is that such a thing? Like, is that like a, not a meme, but is that like something that somebody says, horseplay? I don't know if I've ever heard anybody use that expression. Is there an expression, horseplay? A rough, rowdy kind of fun. Pushing each other around, splashing around in a swimming pool. Could become dangerous. Someone could get hurt. That's why you might hear the teacher say, or the babysitter, or the parent yelling, "Hey kids, stop with the horseplay." Okay. I've never had anybody around me kind of necessarily use that word. It's not a word I use. So you could have had a lot of fun with somebody. You could have caught feelings. It's somebody in your past. You could be thinking about them. They could be thinking about you. This is definitely a romantic read. And Capricorn felt like that too, but Capricorn was more about your energy. This kind of feels more about, well, both. I'm not going to go there yet. And I was just told to Sage. So this is telling me there's something you can either work on and it would be positive, or it's something that's, gotta go. And Sage is not gonna cut it. Spells not gonna cut it. It's your mindset. Peanut butter again is like, what the fuck? I didn't even say anything. I just lit it. I don't typically do that. I forgot to close something out the other day. You must have left a door open, or somebody thinks you left a door open. That could become an issue. I do feel like it's definitely a situation where you would definitely probably hurt. But it did shape you. I don't think you were a catalyst. You probably were a catalyst, but I don't think this person chose the right direction. As if like somebody here is stuck and probably don't belong in your life. It's like two people who have kids, frickin' frack, and they stay together for the kids, or, they tell themselves, I don't want it to be like an official breakup because, some people are like, I don't want another woman in my children's life, or another man, or I'm glad I mean, me personally, as your reader, I don't know why I keep saying that. They want it out like that. That wasn't an issue for me. There was never jealousy there. Everything directed was towards him. It was never her. If I had something to say about it, then so be it. But it was only for the sake of the children. And I don't even see children here. So again, like, this is something that probably has already passed. I just don't know why it's still lingering, because this feels like past. This is Mercury. This is like knocking on someone's door right now. And I love Mercury. A lot of people can't stand it, but I love it. It brings up all these feelings, and it's more about your growth, your evolution, what you've worked on, projects. I just heard a poet. It's things like that, poetic. You grow from Mercury. and nobody's like, oh my God, here comes, Pluto, the ones they should be fucking worried about, and Mars, and, that's guns and weapons and, destruction. So that's, expect that in the next week or two for sure too, so you got Mars ruling a situation here, or it could just be in Aries that likes some type of control, or a Libra, but it does look like with justice here, you've grown from a situation. You're in a new phase, renewed growth, changed mind, intense chemistry. So you could be just like working on yourself. I think I did. That was justice. Sabotage, block, persistent, working on it, repairing. But no, that makes you nervous. I don't think you want this person back in your life. This is not a welcoming energy, guys. This feels like you'd end up in the same shit show with somebody. And again, I do feel like you would be a rebound in this situation. I'm sorry to deliver that kind of message. I know people don't want to hear shit like that, but it's like flies on shit. Great sex, great chemistry, good drinking partner, good, movie buddy, whatever it is. But toxic as fuck. Those are the ones that are hard to pull away from. Because it's lust, it's seduction. So I suggest you start craving something else besides somebody's genitals, because somebody's genitals are craving you. So heads up there. Don't get yourself in this energy again, because this person is coming. But they might not. I said that already, right? This is somebody that might watch you. They could admire you. They could be spying on you. We have a lot of that on the board lately. But it's not somebody that will come forward. And this person's not even regretting what went down. It's like, all right, well, I still have an outlet to have him or her in my life. Like, say me, I'm a YouTuber. I can always find out what's going on with her, yada, yada, yada. Everyone I've dated ever has a way to watch. So careful, because it did feel like a little warning. Like, this person does have a way to watch you, social media. Maybe your social media is not private. Maybe you're an influencer, so it just, I think something went down. You went, okay, there's a story here. This almost reminds me of the story where I was like, I want to come back and read it for you. And then I wiped it off the board. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. That same story is here. And that's ruled by Jupiter. Expanded awareness, feelings. But this is about right and wrong. This person probably gives you anxiety, or they have anxiety. I think this person didn't appreciate you. And it's wild, guys, because you have the Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. It's like, like maybe you really needed this person to like lean on, someone to lean on. And, they weren't there. I'm telling you, like, I can feel it. And again, this person may never come back around, but if that's the case, like, I just saw like 8 ducklings falling like a mother or a father. I mean, to me, that would be a good thing if this person never comes back around. But, guys, I found myself in these situations before too, and energy lingers, because it's one of those things where you can really see yourself with somebody, or it's just such a good energy when you're together. But it's one of those things like when the energy goes away, or you leave the house the next day or whatever, it's always like drama. There's nothing, I stayed in a situation for almost 2 years without having any type of security, and it was brutal. And he knew it's exactly what I wanted, and I still came and went because there was something there. It was, it was an old relationship, even from high school. I've been in these type of situations, and they're fucking brutal. I never saw him coming back into my life when he reached out, 28 years later. And I wouldn't say it was his arrogance, but he's like, oh, I always knew you'd be back. And I'm like, what? And I didn't look at it as like a rebound, but it did end up being like a rebound that just lasted a long time. And that was a very painful situation to get out of. And it's because you're with somebody so much and there's a lot of love, there's nurturing there. You think they can, match your needs. But I know for a fact that you would have thought at some point, like, nah. But you wanted to see, like, what it would be like. And I've been there. If you haven't done it, I've done it. Like, it literally would have been like a fairy tale ending if we had made it work. But it was meant to come back in for me to realize certain stuff too. And it was painful to have him back in my life. It brought pain. It was very unstable. But we had a blast together. It was like a fucking best friend. Ride or die type energy. But come to find out, like, he wasn't that ride or die. And I used to say to myself when I had kids too, like, if I was to tell, like, my kids, like, if anything ever happened to me, or you need a ride, but you don't want to tell me, and give them, like, a backup number. He actually crossed my mind a couple times, but I never gave the kids the number. And then when I just spent like 2 years with him, I said to myself, thank God. I really thought he was going to be that person, and he's not. So it's something that was just like stuck in your head or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you must have saw a life, but I guarantee with this Emperor energy, there was a lot of things, even at the time, like, no way, you guys just don't. It's like two peas in a pod, but when it comes to, big things, what's going on in the world and how you view relationships and emotional security and stability. And like, for me, when somebody says, what do you want in a relationship? Emotional security is key for me. I want to feel safe. I want to trust you. I want to feel free and independent and have fun and share time with each other, And that person's view, it was just way different. You think everybody would have that type of view. But then, like, hooking back up 28 years later, and then within a 3-year time mark, it was, done. But it does make you think of the possibilities. And it's like, oh, wow, my first love being my last love. It's like a fairy tale. So I would not get caught up in whatever that is, because there was nothing about a fucking fairy tale there. There was nothing but fucking evil villains and backstabbing and shit talking and, so you got to be able to recognize that type of shit and accept it. And I still think about him once in a while, and it's not because we have a tie. It's just, it blows my mind. It doesn't blow my mind that he didn't choose the right path, because I knew I was a catalyst, but yeah, I really don't know what to say. But I feel like, honestly, we don't mesh when it comes to, like, he's obsessed with Elon Musk. I can't stand him. People say, like, oh, you can get over little stuff like that, but he's relentless. He wants to debate it. That's not how I want to spend my time. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Like religion or belief. Don't try to change my belief. Then, don't try to, I should go back to school. I should do this and that. And why? So I can be your puppet and help you locate property? And it, he says he was just trying to help, and I believe he really was, but he was also trying to order something, like line his ducks up, so it worked out for him. And when it's said and done, and I see how all things played down, never mind the fucking back and forth with his ex-wife, like, fuck. And that was a situation that I was still legally divorced, but lived in separate homes. She knew about me. It's not like I was a hidden secret, but it felt like I was on the back burner for a very long time. And then she came in and slept with him again. It's disgusting. And her excuse for doing that after we had a conversation was, well, we're grandparents, different stage of our lives, but do not poop on my fucking table. No. And she was my best friend. And he cheated on me with her. So at the same time, I lost my best friend and my first love. And then 28 years later, it came back around. So I know some of you guys have a situation like that. Hit the road, Jack. That's what I just heard. And you guys do have a connection, but can you sustain that connection? And him coming back into my life, I never saw it again. I never pictured it, nothing. I really didn't. But everything played out exactly how it played out in fucking high school, except we're all in our fucking 40s, and they're still playing fucking games. No, thank you. So, could be somebody from like a breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Somebody could have abandoned you, girl with a snake, empath. See, his wife or his ex, there's somebody here. And if this is not old, it's recent. It could be, a Libra. It could be somebody he or she hangs out with every day with the Nine of Cups, because to me, the Nine of Cups is just, day to day. There was a situation that did give you some type of anxiety, but I like this Nine of Wands because you're going in this direction. You got the Ace of Cups. So to me, that's self-love. It's perception. Look, you've already learned your lesson from this situation. There's no need. So there's still a woman around this person that won't want you in his life. And I'm only saying him because I just shared a personal situation with you on how something played out. So there's a lot of personal transits right now, because I'm just like dishing out all the dirt lately. I'd prefer not to, but that's just the way it's going down. So don't think like I don't get in unhealthy relationships too, guys. I mean, a lot of my things that I go through are fucking brutal. And it's for me to be sitting in this chair right now to share with you. That's it. It's how we grow. It's how we evolve. I don't have to hide my shit from you. I've made mistakes. I've fed myself. And it's like, I feel like it's a situation like that. Like somebody would never even come back around. They might attempt because they're horny or something like that. But I'm telling you, like, this girl, this man will always have priority. And I'm sure she backstabbed him too. Now, on another note, because that's karma, guys. They both cheated on me and started a relationship. Those always fall apart. Always. It's known. You will never end up staying with somebody where that person cheated on somebody unless it's like a marriage and there was a crazy freaking love affair, but that person had the balls to tell that wife or husband, like, I'm really sorry, I fell in love. Like, and it was extremely honest and I'm just in a new phase of my life. That can work out. But when you cheat and you hide things, that will never work out. So, and I hate to say it because a lot of people are probably like, oh my God, that's how I got into that situation. But if that person didn't fight for you and keep you there and explain what was going on as you guys were, together, it won't work. It just won't. It's not how karma works. That's not how life rolls. You're not here to please other people. You're here to please yourself. And that the old friend I was talking about with work, I was talking about him again last night, and he was like, I just want to know what my purpose is. And I went through this years ago. It feels like I'm teaching all over again, but you stop seeking a purpose. It will come to you. When you stop seeking it, you kind of find the answers. I can't stand that your skin is this dry, buddy. What's going on? What's the deal? What's the deal? Current situation for Sag. And I feel like this is something new too, but it's just like, you're like, bye. Just, you're silent, you're done. 4 of Wands, worried about your own stability. I like that you're projecting something here. You have the 8 of Swords. Oh. And the Moon. No, somebody is doing dark things to you. They could be using water. Death card. The Moon, Death. The 4 of Wands talks about stability, right? But it's like projecting. But then you have somebody's being, I'm hearing mercified. Is that a word? Mercified? Mercified? No. Mercified? The word mercified in the English dictionary? There's just merceries, or the power to show mercy, or kind of pity, a blessing. Is it not a word, guys? Courtney, I make up words. I should write that in my book if it's not a real word. So I don't think this is you. I think currently this is somebody else thinking about you, watching you, but somebody's about to be, I'm hearing mercified. Judged. We're doing Sag right now. Good morning, Heather. And then with the 4 of Wands and the Death card with the 8 of Swords, and the Moon and the Death card, that shit's dark, and the ocean, darkness, someone's karma right now. Somebody is getting beat up, but mercified. I can't find the word. Do you guys know what that means? I don't think it's mercy. They would have had me stop saying mercified. So what sounds like mercified? Or what would they call this, with dark energy? Because I think somebody was against you and other people. It could have even been talking shit sitting on the beach, and talking to you with water. I don't necessarily think water magic. This is more like somebody who would go out into the woods and, I don't know who this person thought they were, but holy shit. This energy feels like it's being, crucified, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And that came out the other day in one of the readings, right, Heather? Jesus. Okay, so mercified. I'm hearing it again, but it is crucified. So their name might start with an M. I want to say I almost said that yesterday. Oh, I almost did, but then remember that line I was trying to read? It was 4 W's. So to me, there's something with, somebody could be asking for mercy, but it's the unforgiven. And that's believing in a belief, whether a warlock or something, or this person, Christianity, we're going to forgive you. Somebody who raped somebody and did this, and okay, we're still going to forgive you. God loves you. But fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. That's like we all deserve to go in a peaceful way. Well, when he just raped and killed somebody, did she get the peace that she fucking needed, you piece of shit? Fucking religion. So there's something with religion here too. But somebody here thought they were a fucking warlock or a voodoo. I don't know who the fuck this is, but this is somebody who's actually projecting this to you. I don't know. You're in this sign. I don't know what that is. Another feminine side. Zodiac, I guess. I don't know. Or you just have more femininity in your chart than masculine. I got more feminine than masculine, but it's only by 1 digit. And I want to say I used that word yesterday in one of the reads, or weekend energy. But it's like it's judgment too, and this person is, I don't know if it's redemption, but I do feel like there was people on the beach talking about you. I do think there's 2 different stories here. And somebody, maybe they used water. There's so many ways to use water. What is this 4 of Wands, please? Because this is on them. I got the Page of Coin. What is this 8 of Swords? You might be ready to take something down. 9 of Swords. Now, look at this 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. That's like bleeding. It's like that 3 of Swords we've been seeing lately. It's been brutal. I don't know. Somebody tried something. This is like happy-go-lucky. Like, oh, let me go get the ball or the frisbee. And then it's like, bam. Someone may use the moon. But this just feels like drama and shit talking for some reason. You got the 10 of Wands and the Hermit. You could be dealing with the Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn. It's very dark shadow, guys. I don't think this is you. I hope this isn't us that's going to come in. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Someone's going to get a shot out here with the Death card. So you could have a Capricorn in Judgment. I don't know what type of shot out. But damn, the Lover's at the bottom of the deck. What the fuck is up with this Lover? I think this is somebody else's lover, to be quite fucking frank. And I don't use that word. Is that like a UK thing? To be frank. Hey, Siri. The expression, to be frank, where does it come from?
Interestingly, this word comes from the Germanic Franks, a group of Germanic peoples who lived in what is now Germany and France around 400. The name of the modern country of France is based on the name of these peoples. In the most commonly used meaning today, Frank means some.
I just screenshotted that. Right before it came up, I was told Germany. So whatever this is important. 1400s. The name of modern country of France is based on the name of these people. In the most commonly used meaning today, Frank means someone is freely stating something is metaphorical, metaphysically freeing something by not hiding it. And again, like it could be, my pain, my frustration, my anger. As an example, again, as your reader, when it comes to like, I went through this. I don't have it easy. A lot of readers and people who really channel and love what they do and really inspire to want to, do good work, like the amount of pain. And I don't want to complain, but there's sometimes I want to complain. I'm not going to lie. Smash fucking shit against the fucking wall. When I get angry, I love smashing stuff. When I found out my ex cheated on me, I took all my shit out of the apartment and I smashed all the light bulbs. So you might want to go to like I'm hearing safe house. You might want to go to like, what do they call them? Smash house. I've gone a couple times. Last time I went with Marsh, there wasn't much I can do because of my injuries, but I did grab dainty glass and smash it. Because I love the sound of glass smashing. I almost wish I could have my own room in my own house just to smash glass. It's very, I just heard powerful. So maybe I need to find a way to work with that. With like imagination or something. I'm not quite sure. Just hold on, I'm coming home. So again, this could be a lifetime from the 1400s, something going down here. But again, it's just stating metaphorically freeing someone or something by not hiding it, being your authentic self. You know, a lot of people, I'm lost, I want to find myself, I want to work on myself, but it's like you're already doing it. By you stating that, you're already holding yourself back. You're already stuck. You just got to keep going. You got to follow your soul. This is a lot of emotion, but I'm telling you something here, like, I don't know if it was a spell. This to me, someone's getting, like, I guess their karma or like being crucified. I don't know what that's about. What is this Ace of Swords about? No, actually, I want to know what this whole beach shit talking is. Or you really need to go to the beach. But you have old school, outdated thinking, conditionings, playing head over and over, get grounded, growth, endurance, stability. Ship, cutting ties, moving on, receiving what you need, progression, arriving. So you're leaving something, thoughts, hearts and hands. What is this? 8 of Swords. Key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stand, stringing along. 9 of Swords, wedding, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love. I feel like something's like it feels like fraud, but you have love call, expressing love, messages, thinking of you. And you got clock though, needing to think, time to heal, cycles. I feel like this is somebody else, or somebody could have treated you like that. How I said, like, I was constantly on the back burner. My issue was I gonna let the fucking kids in my life. And clearly it was no. Without him saying no, he'd always make up an excuse. But to him, it was a reason. To me, it was an excuse. It was very frustrating. But this could also just be saying, too, you know, you're not allowing this type of energy back in your life either. Again, this could be somebody's karma, too. What goes around comes around. Whatever they, you know, said to you, it's that bubblegum thing. Very childish, very immature. They've got a lot of feelings for you. It's stringing you along. Because it doesn't feel, unless this is new and something comes in and something plays out at the same time, because I don't think you're still healing from this. You might think you're healed from it, but I don't know. Sudden change, shocking news, transformation, abundance. The Phoenix, new phase, a rekindle, changed mind. That's interesting because I don't think that's come in yet. Or it comes in and you're like, oh, maybe just, you know, like a one night stand. Maybe you want to feed yourself. I don't know what type of energy you guys are in right now. But it doesn't have to do with the other person. It's somebody else. So maybe they're dating You know, maybe they're sleeping with other people or a person, and then all of a sudden something shifts. If that's the case, like, I think it would probably make you nervous. What's this card? Judgment. This is very interesting. It's like, I don't know, somebody come in, like, save the day. Like, the way it's being presented, the moon, the death card, the hermit, judgment. The chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing, codependent. Teddy bear, romance is blooming, wanting to date, flirt, mirroring each other, self-reflection. Carefully don't trauma bond right here, but I think your soul is telling you something and you're kind of like, what the fuck do I do here? The butterfly with the hermit, evolving, next phase, inner child. 10 of Wands, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories, looking at pictures, heartbroken, deeply sad, lost. This is somebody from your past. This is what Mercury does. And then you got the snake again. So they're either dating somebody that's that snake energy, or it's who they were with that interfered. But guys, when shit like that happens, because you got lovers right here again, I forgot, you got to be careful. Like, I'll tell you right now, I guarantee he'll never be in my life again because of the judgments I make. How would I trust him? He played the same thing out again twice, if not 3 times. And it's like, I know she came back in to just kind of like ping, I'm hearing ping me as if like, haha. You know, but it's like, it's so fucking stupid. It's you two's karma. Leave me the fuck out of it. I'm a grown ass adult. So I would never have fucking trust for this guy again in my entire fucking life. I would never trust anybody. And I have a friend that goes back and he's with somebody else, but they still sleep together. They've been sleeping together ever since they broke up fucking 15 years ago. It's like, okay. You know, fuck that shit. That's there's situations like that going on here. So it's either somebody's current, or it's somebody's kid's mother, kid's father, somebody that has some type of tie to all of you, like inner circle, blood or not. It's like freaking fact, very codependent on each other. You know, doing what society says they should do. Very, you know, conservative. Let's just leave it at that. You might get a lot of love, but you're dealing with someone who's very matrix. You're ascending, preparing for union, you're in a new phase. I love this because you're just going in a brand new direction with somebody here with the lovers. Partying, time with friends, having fun. You're happy, you're single, living in the moment. And again, you have this energy here. So you do have energy trying to project something onto you, but I wouldn't worry about it. I really wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't give this person a time of day. I wouldn't engage. I wouldn't, you know, if somebody's trying to you know, stir the pot here. And it's like, yeah, okay. Love, I commit to seeing the practice of all good. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And judgment at the bottom of the deck. I understand that everybody has their own unique path and challenges. I don't see anybody judging anybody. I just called a judgment. But to me, I can call out a judgment. I can make a judgment because it's my situation. And for people that say you shouldn't judge people, you're wrong. You should judge people, because if you don't, where are your morals? You're just going to let somebody take away your morals, your foundations, your beliefs, your magic, your thoughts. Like, come on. You have to pass judgment. It's your life. So there's something here with religion, guys. But it also feels like you got a new person here. Like, it does. I don't even think you'd be able to relate to this person anymore with the growth. Honestly, there was a lesson there for you. You probably didn't want to learn it. I knew I was a catalyst, but I was like, fuck it. This is great. I knew. I wanted to play pretend in my head. We've all been there. So what may lie around the corner? This could be like a heads up too, Got the 10 of Cups. Oh, 5 of Cups. Ooh, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Somebody's being left out of a situation. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's like leaving a family situation behind. And this 2 of Cups, it is somebody very alike, very not identical. I just felt like I was about to breastfeed, like my nipple was about to leak. That happens once in a while when I read for you guys. It's the weirdest feeling. And I did use that deck in Capricorn's reading. Some people always have nipples. Other people, you never have that nipple. I mean, some people love their nipples tugged, pulled, pierced. So it's a sexual thing here too, but it's almost like out of this world. But I don't know if you experienced it yet. It almost reminds me of like the Museum of Science looking up at something. But it's like, oh man, I don't know. What's this 5 of Cups? Something's around the corner for you guys, so that's for sure. You're not. This 2 of Coin wants to come out for everybody. You really need to find some type of balance here because something's too topsy-turvy. You might want to block a situation, and this person might feel it, but it is what it is if they're not healthy for you, You have the 6 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. This talks about, victory, picking yourself back up, moving forward, standing in your morals, ready to kind of fight. Yeah, see, this is like blocking somebody, but it's like, go ahead and fuck with me. Go ahead. Fuck with my family, Mama Bear. You want to fuck with my feelings? You want to fuck with this? You want to fuck with that? You want to fuck with my money? You want to fuck with my love life? What? You want to just fuck? What is it? There's someone underestimated you. Maybe somebody wanted control of a situation. They thought they could control you. Somebody is getting, again, crucified. Their karma has already kicked in. And this person, I'm telling you, like, there's energies out there that want revenge, and it's coming, and you're growing. And the more you grow, the more anger, unfortunately, this person shows. Not even necessarily towards you, towards, other things. Don't doubt that somebody will come around and try to sue you. That's not the first time that energy came out. And before I started my AI channel, the prophecies of your modern day Sagittarius, if you go and read my description, it's very clear in the sense of, don't blame your mental health on me, because so many people, you'll be surprised at how many people try to sue YouTubers as if like it was personal. So somebody might want to try to come from your money, and I don't even see a money situation here, but it's like somebody wants to come for it. So I wouldn't say I'd be prepared, but peanut butter, no. El Dorado. It's my fucking trash can. Where the fuck is my trash can? Well, I'm gonna put it in your house. Yeah, there's something somebody's gonna attempt to do. So be prepared for that, because it's like if you guys are new, because I'm Courtney, welcome. I can feel it. You might want to go to my first reading of, it says Happy Halloween. That first reading, there was 2 of them, and then I was going to come back for the third, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to read that energy. Well, because it needed to go with this energy. You're loyal, you're fun, you're adventurous, you're this, you're none of this. You don't hate people, you don't wish ill things on people. Like, you don't project this shit onto other people, but you got people projecting this shit onto you. Believe that. And I guarantee you probably, I'm seeing the envy card, or it's just, it is what it is. And it's that 2 of Cups. It's that relationship, that bond, somebody you mesh with. You don't have to question. You're not debating things at the end of the night. Like, it's different. Like, it's love. Look at that purple. I said something about purple in the beginning of this reading too. I'm learning, I think it was actually yesterday's reading. I am learning, I don't know what this speech thing is going on lately. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Perseverance, I know that you can do anything if you set your mind to it. So it's like, you can have it, you can do it, but there's something like controversial here too. And not to mention, it's probably, the freedom you like. I pose the power to be free and to create my own happiness. But I love it when you can be in a relationship with somebody and you're both very independent, but you both hang out, you're friends, but you have each other to lean on. You got each other. But you're stable. You're mentally, emotionally, physically stable. It's healthy. There's going to be a lot of jealousy around that. I would keep that to yourself. You're not hidden. I just heard you're a hidden gem, but you're not hidden. I think it's just something you should keep to yourself. In the King of Wands, you could be dealing with a fire sign, but then, you got the Sun. It's the energy. Something can really evolve here, and you got the Fool. So somebody is coming in to your life or back into your life, or some of you just heard January, but 3 months. So November, December, January. Some of you could be 3 days, 3 weeks. It doesn't look like a holdup. There's just definitely stuff going on. And I don't even think, honestly, if my situation, you relate to my situation, you're not even thinking of this anymore. Like this, this energy is not even crossing your mind like that. And if it is, cut the ties over here. And like I said, I'm going to be honest with you, that energy does pop up in my head here and there, but that's because of what I thought how something was going to play out. But I was the fool. I didn't want to see it. I wanted to see the fairy tale because I believe fairy tales are possible. But you create it. It doesn't have to be like a book, a fairy tale book, guys. Just you creating your own life and being exactly who you are. You're the fairy tale. You live the way you want to live. You see the world how you want to see it, not how other people view it. You got a lot of conservative people on the board here. And then others of you just have nasty, I'm hearing wenches. Weren't wenches something with royalty? And I just said purple. When it comes to royalty, what was a wrench? Oh, the British call a wrench. Oh no, I don't know. The old English term wrench. It's just pulling me up tools. I guess a person, I'll have to say, when it comes to royalty. What was a person called a wrench? Nope, nothing's popping up. I don't know if it's just one of those things like you're such a tool. Like slang. Oh, I found it. Slang. UK. UK keeps coming into this. A stupid or unintelligent person, one prone to making mistakes, especially when it comes to language, lifetimes. So stupid or unintelligent. So spirit, is like looking at somebody as a joke. It's like people who think they can leave the world with just, oh, I left money to the kids or an inheritance. Like, no. Did you live your life? Why do you have a travel list but you're not traveling? That's Matrix. That money can be taken from you so fucking quick. You're not living your life. You think you're building for your foundation when it comes to retirement and stuff like that, but you are not living your life. Why, when everyone retires, they want to travel? I get it, but why not now? When you're younger, how do you know in 10 years you're not going to get a car accident and you got trouble walking? Like on my situation, it's and mine is nothing compared to a lot of other people, but mentally it fucks with you, and do it now. And I actually came across a meme the other day, and it was funny. Like, this is why you shouldn't travel when you retire. And it was like 2 70-year-olds or 80-year-olds, and they were in the boat going down the river. I forget what you call that little boat. And they were sleeping. No. So, I don't know. It's like, again, there must be something with travel or something. Because it's like you're not living a life. That's not fulfillment. In people's brain, society tells them that's how it should be. They don't, that's why they restricted travel with COVID too. People should have been able to see their loved ones. It was already spreading. I get it. But like restricting travel for so long, not being able to go into certain countries, is their way of keeping you confined as well. They should have lifted that ban way before they did. Live your life. See things. Explore things. It's great. You're going to have some extra money to leave your children or whatever the case may be. But not if you're just busting your ass working. Or play. You know what I mean? And not saving. It goes either way. Why not now? Why aren't you living your life now? And then others had second chances and third chances, and they still fucked up. So something's going to be karmic for them the rest of their life. It just is what it is. It's like they might be a wench the rest of their life. It's, what do you call it? Spinster? Somebody who's by themselves, right? For the rest of their life. So they might be with somebody now, but they won't be a year or two from now. That's for sure. Someone will get sick of this person. It's a given. It's hey, stop pooping on the table. No. Don't make me wake people up. No. See this? El Dorado. Look at El Dorado. In there. I think I just heard Kaden. It's probably like, Ma, what the fuck? It is Sunday, right? I hope it's Sunday. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, guys, live your fucking life. Live it with that fire, that passion, that intelligence, the smile, the grace, the beauty, taken in history. You guys all have it in you. You already broke free from this energy. It's just haters. People that don't want you to, grow or move on or be happy. And you will. Because if you've been suffering, I'm hearing suffering in silence, so I'm kind of like looking at that. The last few years have been rough, but not suffering, guys. But somebody else wants you to suffer. It's your time to shine. And they're going to go down. These are the people, who's your friend, who's not your friend. In the last couple of years, I wouldn't think I'd be dealing with that, being 47 years old. And I went through that stage in my life. A lot of us did go through that stage in our lives at 40, which is wild to me. So, fucking A. Live your life. Stop waiting for things. Stop overdoing it. You know, but people's egos and stuff get in the way too, guys. You know, like people who work and save and I got money and, you know, but like, did you spend time with the family? Did you really watch your kids grow? You know what I mean? Like, there's no balance. Someone never found the balance, and addiction was always more important. Work was always more important. Family or love was always more important. Got to be with somebody. Got to find somebody. You know, it's like, no, everything in your life that means something to you matters. You seek it. You find it. You're going to experience an amazing life if you can find that balance. Message for Sagittarius, please. Passion, there you go. Everything I've kind of been trying to express to you guys. You guys are good at that. You know, so put it out there. Who gives a fuck? Be Pippi Longstocking. Be Punky Brewster. Allow your passion to rise up. Sometimes we try to suppress our desires to fit in with social expectations or the norms, but we can use this powerful force to thrive in our personal, professional manner. Our passionate life emerges because it comes from a place of love. The feeling of ultimate and most powerful energy that can be seen, emitted, EMIT. Be passionate about what it is you do or believe. Do not carry out decisions based on fear, worry, guilt, or shame. This state of mind can only bring you some type of negative feeling back to you. Choose the best version of yourself, protect that passion, and project it into the universe. Use this card if you need to strengthen your beliefs or elevate your thought or frequency and project your passion. This card can be combined with eternal charisma or finding love to increase passion in your life. Spread some type of envisioning your ideals and your goals and then go for it. Love is powerful. Got a beautiful reading, Sag. You really do. Because I can see how you used your 9th house and Sag together to kind of uplift you to get to this, because this is where you're here. You're not worried about what's coming in. You might be a little hesitant because there seems to be a lot of doubt on the board lately, but it's temporary. Whatever this is, however you proceed, you're going to be so happy, and it's really going to evolve. You can even spend a lifetime with somebody here. And this is the Four of Wands was over here, right? Was that no, it was here. You might end up marrying somebody. This could be somebody, the person of your life that you just met, or somebody coming in. Because you got the Ace of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups, 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. You definitely have people call twin. It's not. It's either a catalyst, but catalyst where the energy is not a bad thing. It'd be a good thing. And it doesn't even have to be intimate either, but it's a friendship. It's like a best friend. Even if you aren't intimate, it's like a best friend having a best friend. You mesh. Like, to have that with somebody in the universe, to connect and be on the same page, and it's just, I can't wait for that day. It's going to be so exciting. Even if it's a best friend, you know? And I'm telling you, like, as we proceed, you know, you got the Fool, you got the Chariot, the Hierophant, Page of Wands. You're good. Don't worry about all this other energy. I think whatever this is just beginning, or it's something that is like, it's just, something you need to reignite your own passion here. And it could be through research. It could be through, the wild, taking a walk. It could be through a best friend. It could be a catalyst. You sit down at the bench and there's somebody there and good morning, or you're just outside talking to the birds. Like I just saw myself taking a walk down to the waterfalls, but that's just too much on my body. So maybe just my own backyard. But it feels like that type of energy, whatever this is, like, you got it. Baby, you got it. It's not something that you have to hesitate. Not something you should be hesitating. Wait, what am I saying? I feel like I don't even know what I said the last 2 minutes, so I might want to scratch that. Oh, cappuccino maker. Coffee's not cutting it lately. All right. I think I'm gonna come back. I think I'm gonna grab a copy. That pulls like a copy machine. Come back and do more. I almost feel like I don't want to mesh this energy with Scorpio, but I think it's your Scorpio that got you into your Sag, to be quite honest. And if it hasn't happened, it's about to. Do your own work. What you're projecting, what you're putting out there. Like your aura, your characteristics, your demeanor. And I just got pulled to the deck of cards, the 18 plus. I think it's the woman sitting at a coffee shop, like in France, reading a magazine or a newspaper. I want to say it's the 10 of Pentacles. But it could be wrong. It could be a queen. Maybe I'll use that deck for Scorpio. Because there is some type of intense attraction here. Scorpio, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that's Mars. And so those need to be switched up. But Mercury is like Virgo, and I'm just looking for Lady something again. Lady in red. Pluto in Aquarius, that's still 20 to now until 2044. Community. Mercury into Sag, Mercury trine Pluto, Mercury sextile Pluto. That's why we're doing that. All right, that makes sense. That is a lot of sexual energy there too, but that could also be like, I don't know. But it's also Mars opposition Jupiter. I know Jupiter, it's just it's telling me it's because it's direct, but it's not. I just heard let's not forget about Uranus and Neptune. When Pluto mixes with Neptune and Uranus, that's some out of this world experiences. So you might be, coming across something like that too. But I think something about this transit, I'm not Googling it right now, but I am just like scrolling on her thing. But I do know, I feel like that transit I've experienced before together. And I was like, I think it was like last summer, and I just kept telling myself, just the energy. It was like 4 months of like, holy shit, it took 4 months to get out of that energy. But I feel like this is something that happened like years ago. Well, that would make sense with Mercury, but what do I do for dry skin with a bird? I'm assuming that's dry skin. Oh, well, he is, what do you call it? Not molting. So I guess it's normal. All right, so when I come back, I'm going to do Pluto and Mars, which is Scorpio and Aries. But somehow you're linked to the Sag energy, which is beautiful. That's like an explosion right there, though. It's like sensual, but like you can't fuck with me if you wanted to either. Like there might not be any in between here unless you're trying to play. Interesting. I'll be back shortly. I'm just gonna go get my latte. Love you guys. Bye. Actually, with a double shot of espresso because it's gonna be a long day. Bye, guys.